Okay. I'm going to read to you guys the Attorney General of Florida, James Utmeyer. Okay, I'm going to read you the letter, which you guys probably know about. It is legal to open carry because it's constitutionally applicable. The Constitution supersedes state law or county jurisdictions. Okay, regardless of what any Monroe County or Monroe County and Pinellas County, we have some anti-American unconstitutional sheriffs. You guys can all go to hell out there, you sheriffs that are unconstitutional. Okay, as I told you guys on September 10th, which you guys all know, I apologize, I'm just trying to work with this video tripod here. As of September 10th, as I told you, you don't have to worry anymore. And it's not county specific, it's statewide. Okay? And I do apologize. Let me see if I can get this correctly. Position my tripod. Okay. Let me see if we can do this here. All right. James Utmeyer, our Attorney General here in Florida, already said that it's not going to be appealed. You guys know about the history of the McDaniel case. You can Google all that. I'm not going to get into all that. And Heller and Bruen in New York State in 2022, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in our favor in the Second Amendment. That set the precedent for McDaniels up in Pensacola to walk around, open carry. And when he got arrested, he said it was constitutionally invalid. He was allowed to open carry based on Heller versus Bruen, U.S. Supreme Court 2022 in New York State. That opened the framework for us to open carry here in Florida. I've been on this for a while, actually, behind the scenes. But anyway, I'm going to read you the letter, okay? This is the letter from the Attorney General. Okay? Okay, I'm going to read it to you. This is state law. It doesn't matter. 67 counties are in Florida. All 67 have to go by this. It's a guidance memorandum from the Office of James Utmeyer, Office of Attorney General. Okay, dated September 15, 2025. We write to provide guidance on an important development last week in Florida's appellate courts affecting the right to bear arms. In McDaniels versus State, the First District Court of Appeal struck down Florida's ban on open carry, Section 790.053 Florida statutes, finding that law-abiding adult citizens have a right to carry firearms openly in public under the Second Amendment. The court's decision is attached. The defendant in McDaniels carried a sidearm in a holster tucked in his pants, but the gun was uncovered and visible. Importantly, he was a law-abiding citizen and did not threaten or otherwise menace anyone with the gun. His actions were peaceful and orderly. When authorities charged him with violating Section 790.053, he made a move to dismiss, asserting that the law was incompatible with the Second Amendment. The trial court rejected that argument, but the First District reversed it. It held that Section 790.053 violates the Second Amendment under NYS RPA versus Bruen, 597 U.S. 1, 2022, and the United States versus Rahimi, 602 U.S. .681 in 2024, because it is incompatible with the nation's historical traditions of firearms regulations. The court concluded that open carry was the default mode of bearing arms during the relevant founding period. We believe the McDaniels decision correctly applied the Second Amendment law as enunciated in Bruen. Because no other appellate court has considered the constitutionality of Section 790.053 under Bruen and Rahimi, the First District's decision is binding on all Florida's trial courts. See Pardo v. State 596 SO 2nd 665, 666, unfortunately. Parentheses, Florida 1992. Effectively, the McDaniels decision is now the law of the state because no Florida court will any longer be empowered to convict a defendant for violating Section 790.053. Prudence counsels that prosecutors and law enforcement personnel should likewise refrain from arresting or prosecuting law-abiding citizens carrying a firearm in a manner that is visible to others. Similarly, consistent with this decision, my office moving forward will no longer defend convictions and prosecutions under Section 790.053 in cases like Mr. McDaniels. The McDaniels decision does not, however, prevent law enforcement from continuing to police those who exhibit firearms in a rude, careless, angry, or threatening manner in public. 790.10 statute, Florida statute. And nothing in the decision permits individuals to menace others with firearms in public, nor does it undermine the state's authority to prohibit felons from possessing firearms. Additionally, the court's decision neither considered or implicated Florida law listing certain locations where the carrying of firearms, open or concealed, may be unauthorized. See 790.06, parentheses 12, parentheses A, Florida statute. The same holds true for private property owners who maintain the long-standing legal prerogative to compel individuals carrying firearms to leave their premises. Any person carrying firearms who violates the private property owner's warning to depart will be committing armed trespass, a third-degree felony. See section 810.08, parentheses 2, parentheses C, comma, Florida statute. Sincerely, James Ottmeyer, Attorney General. Okay? This is the law of the land in Florida. It applies. So any sheriff that tells you otherwise is full of shit. Okay? The Constitution applies. Shall not be infringed. Long live the Second Amendment. Peace out. Lemonade Man. A huge victory for we the people. Oh, wait, I almost forgot. And remember, sometimes it's better to carry openly, and sometimes it's better to carry concealed. It depends on the situation. But situational awareness, be aware of your surroundings. Train, lift weights, walk. Train, get sleep, drink water. Situational awareness is more important than whether you carry open or concealed. Remember that, okay? It's not about intimidation, it's about education. And you should open carry once in a while to ascertain your rights, express your rights, because rights are like muscles. If you do not use them, you will lose them. So once a week, you should at least try to carry open somewhere, okay? And be peaceful. And it's about education. It's about constitutionality. It's about we the people. It's about America. It's about freedom. Never forget it. Live it, love it, learn it. Peace out.